Hey everyone, welcome to the Daily Drop. I am elated to come to you with another great topic. Today we're going to talk about commitment. So I have been really focused on commitment for a couple of months now because I've noticed in my life that I was committed to kind of the wrong things. Not that I was doing bad stuff, but commitment is basically what you're dedicating your time to, what you're allocating, how you're going to spend your energy, what you're going to focus on. And I've noticed that I was committed to so many things that I really wasn't committed to anything. And sometimes that seems to be a problem when it comes to our life. We actually extend ourselves too much. We actually focus on so many things. I'm committed to my family, committed to my children, my husband, my job, my career, my side hustles, my school, my grades, my friends. We're committed to so many things that we're really not committed. We're committed to so many things, but when we actually look around, we're not really committed to much of anything. We're entertaining things. We're saying we're committed, but we're not really dedicated to those things. We're not really expending that much energy on those things. When you take a look at your life, you can see what you're truly committed to. We can say we're committed to our schoolwork, but if we don't spend that much time on our schoolwork, then are we really committed? And I can say that because I'm in school. My children laugh at me when I get annoyed because if I don't make 100 or anything, or if I make anything less than 90, but that's because I'm committed. I'm committed to school. Like, I give it my all. I will read the books. I will do the homework. I will study. I will do the research. So when it's something less than what I feel like I should get, yeah, I am annoyed. But when you take a sum total of when you look at your life and you take a sum total of what's actually flourishing, what's actually growing in your life, you'll see what you committed to. And growing and flourishing is not always a positive thing. So if, say for instance, you're in school, like I am, and if I'm on the phone all the time, or I have the TV on all the time, or the radio on all the time, and I'm not really committed to my studies, I'm really only doing the basic bare minimum of entertaining my studies, then my grades are going to reflect it. So I can't be surprised if I make a F or a D or a C because I haven't totally committed to that thing. With my children, if I don't give them 100% the commitment that that I should give to them as a parent, that's going to reflect in our relationship. Same way with my husband, same way with my job. If you take a look at what's going on in your life and what's actually growing and flourishing, look at how it's growing and flourishing. Is it going in a direction that you desire? Is it positive, or is it minimal? Is it in a negative? Because what you see growing, whether positive or negative, is what you're committed to. And that's something that we should always take an assessment of. What you committed to is going to grow. So if you're on the phone all the time, if you're on social media all the time, if you're staring in the space all the time, if you're watching TV all the time, you're going to have a vast amount of knowledge of what's going on in other people's lives, but you will have no clue about what's going on in your life. If you're on social media all the time, you're spending hours and hours and hours on it, you will have so much knowledge on how to operate social media and how to operate games and how to do this and how to do that. But when you look at your life, is it as productive as you want it to be? Is it flourishing the way that you want it to? You can have so many irons in the fire, but if you don't stop and commit to one or even two to your capacity, then all of those things are going to look like they're not flourishing, that they're not growing, because you're not committed to it. You have to take an assessment of what's really going on in my life. How are things moving? How are things happening? And say, you know what? Maybe I need to spend a little bit more time on my studies. Maybe I need to spend a little bit more time with my husband. Maybe I need to spend a little bit more time with my parents. Maybe I need to spend a little bit more time with my children. Maybe I need to spend a little bit more time in the Word, worshiping, praising. If you're in sports, spend a little bit more time committed to practicing that sport. Spend the time, be committed. Don't just entertain it. I'll give it 5 minutes here. I'll give it 5 minutes there. I'll give it 10 minutes here. I'll give it 10 minutes there. Don't wait till the problem arises. Say, you know what, then I'll handle that. No. Commit yourself to the process. Whatever the process is, whomever the person is, commit, commit, commit. I keep saying the word over and over again because I want it to resonate inside of you. Commitment is key. Can't say you want to lose weight when you eat everything under the sun that's not good for you. When you don't exercise, when you don't say, you know what, I'm going to be committed to this thing and put every effort to it. You can't say you want a better relationship with your children or with your parents if you don't commit the time, if you don't commit the energy, if you don't commit the attention. Because you can be in the room and still not be present because you haven't committed to giving them your attention. So I said all that to say, I know it was a lot, but I said all that to say, take a true assessment of your life and say, why is this not working? Or why is this working? And know your commitment level to everything, whether it's home, whether it's work, whether it's school, whether it's your hobbies, whether it's your job, athletics, whatever it is. Check your commitment. Whatever you're committed to will grow. Growing is not always what you expected. Again, if you're committed to watching TV, your knowledge about somebody else's life, about somebody else's storyline will grow. But that doesn't mean you're growing. If you're committed to practicing, showing up, doing extra workouts, learning about the sport that you're in, it's going to show up in your performance. It works the same way for school. It works the same way for home. It works the same way for your relationship with God. It works the same way in your worship, in every area of your life. Decide, what do I want to be committed to? Focus on the commitment. And if it's adding value, keep pushing. If you're committed to something that's not adding value, maybe you need to eliminate it or at least give it less time. Simple as that. You can't say you want to be a straight A student when you're on the phone all the time or when you're focused on everything else but your studies. What you're committed to will yield a benefit to, will yield something to you. You have to decide if it's beneficial for you. Anyway, I hope y'all have a great day. That was on my heart about this commitment. I hope you get it. I hope you understand it. I love you guys. Have an amazing day on purpose.